Hey everyone, welcome back. So this week, certain Social Security recipients are going to be receiving their checks worth all the way up to $5,108. Plus, the Trump administration is currently considering one change that could impact one group of Americans receiving Social Security benefits. In today's video, we are going to be covering everything that you need to know. But before we go ahead and dive into for today, if you would like to receive up to $200 in free stock or $200 in free cash, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Robinhood. All you have to do is once you click on that link is just sign up for a free account and then simply link your bank account. You do not even have to make an opening deposit. At that point in time, Robinhood will be sending you one free stock worth all the way up to $200. And if you'd rather just have the cash, all you have to do is once you receive the free stock is just sell it for what it's worth and then transfer the cash value right back to your bank account. Okay, so diving right into for today. So the Trump administration is currently considering one change to one group of Americans receiving Social Security benefits that would unfortunately impact them in a negative way. In today's video, we are going to be covering what that is. Now, of course, this is going to be on top of the other changes that would actually be positive, such as the 2.8% cost of living adjustment, which is going to increase benefits for the average beneficiary by right around $56 a month. Now, of course, you will have to keep in mind that the Medicare Part B premium is also going to be rising by right around 10% next year in 2026 as well, which is going to deduct a lot of the benefit increase that you are going to be receiving. So there are some positive changes, and this change that is currently being considered by the Trump administration is by no means final. It's not something that's definitely going to happen. It's just something that is being considered. It may not actually end up happening. So of course, that is one thing to keep in mind. So right here, according to MoneyWise, Trump is weighing crucial change to Social Security benefits for one group of older Americans, and it will only make life harder. Are you one of them? So America's Social Security system is nearly synonymous with retirement, but this government program isn't just for retirees. This social safety net also stretches to support another group of people, those struggling with mental or physical disabilities. And while the bar for receiving benefits from the Social Security Disability Insurance Program is relatively high, the Trump administration is considering raising that bar even higher. So if passed, these tighter rules could terminate the eligibility of more than 1.5 million people over the next decade, according to an estimate from ProPublica. Here's why these changes are worthy your attention, even if you or your loved ones do not currently suffer from a disability. So as far as raising the bar goes on receiving SSDI, they say that the SSDI program was designed to deliver monthly benefits to individuals who have a disability that limits their ability to work. However, the review process to determine eligibility for this program is relatively strict. Adjudicators consider multiple factors, including age, education, and residual functional capacity to determine whether an applicant qualifies for these benefits. On average, 65% of the program's initial applications are rejected, according to ProPublica. So very few applicants are actually accepted whenever they go to apply for disability benefits. Now they go on here to say that, simply put, it's not always easy to get support from the government if you have a disability, and the Trump administration's plans could make it even more difficult in the near future. According to the Washington Post, Trump and his team are reportedly looking to raise or even eliminate age as a factor in the process of reviewing applications. Now, under the current system, older applicants, specifically those over 50, have a better chance of qualifying for SSDI benefits, since age is considered a limitation of one's ability to work. And while an older applicant isn't necessarily guaranteed to qualify, their age does help their chances. And with the Trump administration's plan, this age-related threshold could either be raised to 60 or eliminated entirely. According to the Washington Post, these potential changes could reduce eligibility for new applicants by 20% overall and up to 30% for older applicants, according to an estimate by the Urban Institute. So again, they're looking to raise the age from 50 up to 60, or perhaps just get rid of it altogether. This would certainly hurt applications. It would even, lower the acceptance rate for SSDI. Right now, they are saying, again, 65% of applications are denied. This could certainly boost it up to maybe 85, making it even harder to get accepted for disability benefits. Now they go on here to say that if implemented, these changes could impact many families across the country. And even if you or your loved ones don't currently suffer from a disability, the proposed change could impact you in the future. According to the Social Security Administration's estimates, a 20-year-old American worker has roughly a 1 in 4 chance of developing a disability before reaching their full retirement age. So with this in mind, it makes sense to prepare a backup plan in case the social safety net fails to protect you in the future. Now again, this plan is not final. If it receives a lot of backlash and people are very against it, I could easily see Trump and his administration backing down from this plan. It's nothing that's final or anything like that, so there's one thing to keep in mind. We will have to wait and see what happens and look for upcoming developments on this plan. Now in other news for Social Security, later on this week, not only is it going to be Thanksgiving, but the day before Thanksgiving on Wednesday, the Social Security Administration is going to be delivering their last round of checks this month for the month of November. These checks are going to be worth all the way up to $5,108 according to Newsweek. So they say that for most beneficiaries, payment dates are tied to their date of birth, but some groups follow different schedules. Those who started receiving retirement, spousal, or survivor benefits before May of 1997, or who also get supplemental security income, SSI, are paid on separate dates. So SSI offers monthly assistance to seniors with limited means as well as to people who are blind or have disabilities. This week, on Wednesday, November 26th, benefits for those who with birthdays between the 21st and 31st of any given month will be paid out. And as far as these payments go, benefit amounts depend on a person's lifetime earnings and the age at which they start collecting. So for someone who files at 62, the earliest possible age allowed, they can receive all the way up to $2,831 a month. If you wait all the way until your full retirement age, which is currently at the age of 67, that is going to raise your maximum all the way up to $4,018 a month. And then of course the highest possible benefit is going to be $5,108 if you can wait all the way until the age of 70, and those amounts of course are going to rise next year in 2026 as well. Now of course, once again, those are the maximum amounts for retirees. The average is much less, right around $2,050 a month. That is going to rise a little bit next year in 2026 because of the 2.8% cost of living adjustment. Now, as far as December go, we already have, of course, the payment dates coming up for December. Those you can see up on the screen. So on Monday, December 1st, if you receive SSI payments, you're going to receive your check on December 1st. Then on December 3rd, those checks are going to be going to those for Social Security payments for those who also receive SSI as well. Then on Wednesday, December 10th, we have checks going out for those born between the 1st and 10th of any given month. The following Wednesday, on Wednesday, December 17th, if you were born between the 11th and 20th of any given month, you will receive your check on the 17th. And then finally on the 24th, the day before Christmas, if you were born between the 21st and 31st of any given month, you will be receiving your check on Wednesday, December 24th. And then finally, actually on the last day of December, December 31st, if you receive SSI benefits, you're going to be receiving your second check in the month of December. This is actually going to be your January 1st check coming a little bit earlier, and this check is going to come with your cost of living adjustment. So your December 31st check is going to be a little bit higher than your December 1st check. And then of course you're not going to receive any check on January 1st because January 1st is considered a federal holiday, being that it is New Year's Day. That's why you're going to be receiving your January 1st check 1 day earlier. But with that said, that's all I have for today's video. As always, leave your thoughts and comments below. I would definitely love to read them. But that's all I have for today's video, and I will see you in the next one.